Hey y'all, I'm rough. I look rough. I was at the house. We don't made it back to the house, y'all. Now I'm going to get Mr. Not me by myself. Oh y'all, I just hit the brakes hard. My well, not too hard because my thing to do. I'm breaking off my nails so I can do my nails, and I'm gonna have to break my nails off so I can put the other nails on. I'm on my way to get Mr. now. He's all done, y'all. He is complete, y'all. I had to turn the opposite direction of what I normally do because I feel like my neighbors home feel like, I got neighbors that just sit there all the time, and I gotta get me what I gotta do, y'all, is I really have to go to the I don't have no beauty supply store by where I stay, but I need to go to a beauty supply store and get me some cheap earrings so I can keep, I keep earrings in my car, so when I don't have earrings on, I can put earrings on in the car. So I need some more earrings to put in my ears, in the car. I like to keep them in my car. I really need to clean this car out, to be honest, y'all. But I went home, washed, clothes. I need to start back doing my content in the house, but I don't really be doing nothing today. When I got home, literally what I did after we realized that the store, well, I realized because Risha already knew that the stores and stuff wasn't open yet. Went back home. I just literally, Risha took a shower. I took a shower, prayed. I had time with God, y'all. Have y'all ever, I just cried out to God. I'm tired. When I tell y'all I'm tired, I'm wore out with just the same cycle repeating itself in my life right now. So that's basically what I did from the time I walked through the door to probably 10 minutes ago. Just cried out to God, y'all. I literally and this is probably just gonna be footage by itself, and I know it is because God had told me to make content about this. I just cried out to him. When I say I cried out, I poured my heart out to him because I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired of the same situation reoccurring in my life, okay? Where I don't know what I'm doing. I was telling my spiritual daughter today, I'm like, I obey for the most part. I feel like I obey. And we was talking, and I'm like, I feel like I obey, but I'm steady getting punished. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? I'm like, I'm not perfect. I do things wrong. I'm not perfect. But for the most part, I try to do right. And and she said Job, and I was like, yep. I said, I feel like Job, who would, and I ain't gonna tell y'all everything that I said, but definitely. But I just cried out to God, and then by the time I got done crying out, I was watching a YouTuber that I waxing with, Darnisha. I love her and her family, and that's what I'm striving to be like. And what they do is they cook with us. She just do literally her whole life. She shares her life. She talks about God. They eat. Her family eats dinner with us. Sometimes it's the whole family. Sometimes it's just her and her husband. Sometimes it's her kids eating with us. Sometimes it's her and her kids. And that's what I want my family to be like. I love that. I love how they just show their life and what, just everything. And that's really what I want. That's what I want my content to be like. Like I tell y'all, God has me sharing my life, everything, and that's what hers is like. And I really love it. I love how her content is. And by the time I got through watching her, I just said, thank you, God. Thank you, God. And then I just started telling him exactly what I desired. You know, what I desired, and I felt a lot better. But before I watched her, I literally was just on my knees on the side of my bed crying out to him before I don't know if it was before I got in the shower or after I got out the shower, but just crying out to him, just like, God, what is it? What do you want from me? What do I need to do? What is it that I want me to do? You know, what is it? And has anybody else ever just been there? Like, has anyone else ever just been there? Because, you know, I'm just in this, I feel like I'm just in this, a hamster on a wheel sometimes. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's like this certain area in my life. It's just like, what in the world? And it's like, y'all, I don't have my mic, y'all, sorry. But I'm like, I know that I hear God. I know what God is telling me. I know I'm not just operating out of my own will, y'all. So it's just like, I'm doing what you want me to do. I know I'm doing this the way that you want me to do it. So it's just like, what in the world? Why is this happening like this? You know? So I'm just like, Lord, y'all, I'm just like, Lord. But I'm still yet so grateful. I'm so grateful because he has, like, when I say God has showed up and literally showed out in my life, he has literally showed up and showed out in so many different ways. When I say so many different ways, like, and I don't, okay, somebody was at my door, and baby girl there, and wanted to see who was at my door. It was a package. But when I say that God has showed up and showed out, he has literally showed up and showed out in my life. So that's not what I'm saying. He has showed up and showed out. I'm so grateful because I'm able to hold everything down. Bills, we got food, we got like I said, bills are paid. I have a car, full tank of gas, you know. Everything is done. Like my cell phone bill is paid. Like, you know, even considering circumstances, like my spouse is still paying for my cell phone, even though we're where we're at. Like, he's still taking, like, you know, still taking care of, like, that's still taken care of by him. So things are good. So I'm not like saying that I'm not grateful for the things that God is doing, because I am still very grateful for that stuff. But it's just like, life still be life, and then you can still be grateful at the same time, right? So that's what I'm saying. But I just literally cried out to him, and I'm never gonna make it like, oh, everything is just so perfect, everything is so perfect. Like, no, I cried out to him. I definitely did. And I have like challenges like everybody else. Life is not perfect. Like, when I get on and I create my content and I do all of the stuff and I'm smiling, I still have times where I get off and I cry. And today, like, y'all gonna see a video when I edit the video with me and Leisha. This is the same day where we went and we ate. That is the same day we went. We ate breakfast today. We took the cat to the vet today. That's the same day where I'm smiling. We went to the house today and looked at the stuff. I'm smiling. But I cried out to God today too. I sat on the phone with my my daughter today and cried out, you know, and did all of these things today. So you never know what a person is going through when you look at them. That's why I say a lot of times when people, you look at people and you like, oh, like who, I don't know who that man was, but the man that unalived himself, and people was like, oh, he was a dancer or something. People danced for Ellen, and people was like, oh, he always was smiling and looked so happy. You can't tell by just looking at a person. Like, I never had those thoughts. I've never had those thoughts of unaliving myself. But you never know by just looking at a person, you know, because the thought, I mean, the life is life for everyone in the world. You know, we all have things going on in our life, and that's what people have to really just realize and be considerate too. And another thing that I want to say something about, a lot of times people think that their problems is bigger than the next person's problem, and I don't understand it. I've never understood that. Like, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm just gonna say it. Like, I have been in arguments with people, you know, disagreements with people, and they'll say, "Well, I'm going through X, Y, Z," and then when you say, "I'm going through stuff too," and they be like, "Oh, every time I say something, you always saying you going." Yes, I'm going through stuff too. Everybody is going through stuff, so you can't say that you're going through something and I'm just supposed to be quiet and make it like I ain't going through something because you going through something. No, everybody is going through something. That it's life. No one is exempt. And just because I choose to lay all my problems not at God's feet but in his lap, or I choose to look in God's face and take my problems to him, it does not mean that I do not have them. And I don't understand why people think that we're like, just because we choose to call out to God every morning, every night, and through the day, like we don't have problems. We do. Just because you don't choose to do what you're supposed to do don't mean that I'm just supposed to like feel sorry for you. No, do what you're supposed to do. I don't understand when people do that. Like, it's just like, no, baby, please. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just, I don't understand it. And people be wanting you to feel sorry for them and stuff. No, I'm gonna pray for you and ask you to surrender over to God. But no, I'm not just gonna be feeling sorry for people that don't do what they're supposed to do when it comes to surrendering over to God. Like, I used to feel bad and all that. Like, no, I'm gonna pray for you and ask God, you know, to help you surrender over to him. But all that, like, oh, I just feel so bad. Like, no, you can do, because I struggled with it too. I struggled like everyone else. We all have a struggle with that. Everybody do. It's all, everybody, every day, we all are challenged with the same thing. No one is exempt. We all have the same challenges. All of us do. We all can choose to go every way. We can all choose to go the narrow way or the wide way. But y'all, I just literally, I cried out. When I say I cried out, I cried out. And I'm very transparent. I try to be very transparent when God tells me to. It's just been tough. These last, I don't want to even just say couple of days, couple of weeks. I'm going to say, I don't even know, months. Life has just been life, but life has also been so great, like I've been saying. And I have gotten to a point where I was just like, oh, I feel so sorry for people that don't go in the direction of God. And I might be wrong. And if I am, I always ask God, like, if I'm looking at something the wrong way, God, please convict me for it. Please, you know, because I just have gotten to the point where, like, no, why am I feeling sorry for people for not choosing to do what they're supposed to do? Because we all have free will. At one point in my life, I was not surrendering over to God, and I had to make the conscious decision to surrender over to God and do things the way that I was supposed to do with God. Like, I had to make that decision. Like, I had to make that decision, you know? So why am I feeling sorry for people that's choosing not to? Especially, like, I'm not talking about people who just really don't know, but people who know, like adults who know, especially folks that you going to church every day and you faking and shaking, people that's being hypocrites and stuff, you faking and shaking and pretending. Baby, please, I don't feel bad for you. I just don't. Like, and I'm tired of it because I'm faced with looking at so many people that's being hypocrites. I'm tired of looking at people that's being hypocrites. I'm tired of being surrounded with people that's hypocrites. I'm over it, y'all, because it's affecting my life. You know, it's affecting my everyday life. You know, and then people that's being hypocrites or being young, they be the main ones saying that you a hypocrite, and they the one being a hypocrite. It's like, and see, I'm somebody who's bold for Christ, so I'm not looking like the average Christian. So trust me, I ain't no hypocrite because I'm gonna be bold. So I'm not walking around with no big church hat on and doing all of this stuff. Like, I'm being real. I'm being real about who I am. When I'm mad, I'm mad. When I got an attitude, I got an attitude. My content, I come on here and I'm real. Like, I'm not look. So no, I ain't pretending. I'm not pretending. I'm gonna get on here, I'm gonna talk about scripture, I'm gonna get on here, show y'all when I'm shopping, I'm gonna get on here when I want to get my nails done, I'm gonna get on here, I'm gonna be real. So I'm not no hypocrite. I'm all real. I have told y'all about back in my day when I was at work ready to fight people. Like, I'm real. So I don't know. And that's why I say, like, God, whenever I'm doing something that's not right, convict me of it. I want to be convicted. Like, I'm not somebody who's saying I'm better than nobody. I'm not somebody who say, oh, people's always apologizing to me because I'm always right. No, Camila be wrong. I be wrong sometimes, but I ain't always wrong. I ain't always wrong, but I'm wrong sometimes. But y'all, today was just one of those days where I just cried out, and I hadn't cried out like that in a long time. I told y'all, baby, I was ordering Kleenex from Sam's a while ago like it was nothing. It was a part of my bulk order. And shoot, I was sitting on that bed with a towel. I said, shoot, I need to do me, put that in my bulk order. I need to do some more Kleenex in that bulk order, y'all. Because I can already see it's finna start back. It's finna start back happening. And I was eating some candy. I said, see, we finna start eating stuff we ain't got no business eating because we stressed eating. We're gonna have to get back on it. And I prayed about that. God, get us back on track. We've been doing good. Let's roll it back in. Let's roll it back in. So yeah, y'all. But we gonna get it together. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. But I'm allowing God to order my steps according to his will, and when I fall off track, I'm going to get back on and I'm going to be honest.